Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this presentation, I'm going to explain the revision I have made to my test specification and also test item for my language assessment project. So before that, I will explain background of the test. So the test was designed for grade 7 student in Curriculum Merdeka phase D. So when I first create the test items with my group, our group focused on reading skills. So I add another skill which is writing skills for these test items. And the test item use multiple choice and essay questions. And also the test conduct in online tests using Google Form. So I will continue what I have revised. So I had to revise the group's test item based on the feedback from Miss Dian. I take note on essay question number 2 about my family text, which the original question from our group it was, how does the text describe Rani hobbies? So the reason I revised this question is because Miss Dian Ina say that the using word how was actually not appropriate for the type of information given in the text. So I think the word how usually asks for an explanation or a process. But in the text about my family text, Rani hobbies are not explained as well. So the text only gives simple factual information like Rani's age and then what Rani's like doing drawing and reading comics. So this will make student will confuse, especially because the passage is short and not long enough. So to make the question clear, I changed the question to what information about Anggun sister does the what information about Anggun sister does the author provide in the text? Write in one sentence. So why I use this new question? Because it removes the word how, so it no longer suggests process. It also asks for information which is with the short factual text, and then this makes the text item more appropriate and then more easy to student understand. So because I have already changed the question number 2 in about my family text, the ATP and the indicator soal is already changed too. So the ATP is changed into mengidentifikasi dan menjelaskan informasi secara spesifik tentang salah satu anggota keluarga dalam tes deskriptif dengan menuliskan satu kalimat yang benar, dan untuk bentuk teksnya adalah teks deskriptif. And then for the indicator soal change into disajikan sebuah teks deskriptif tentang keluarga. Peserta didik diminta untuk mengidentifikasi dan menjelaskan informasi spesifik tentang salah satu anggota keluarga, which is Rani. There is Anggun sister, dengan menuliskan satu kalimat lengkap dengan benar dan sesuai dengan isi teks. And for the level cognitive is L3, which is applying. And for the bentuk soal, which is each essay. So after revising the reading test items, I continue to make writing test item using Gen AI. So the generative AI that I have used is I used to ChatGPT. So the prompt that I have used is please create 5 up to 10 short essay question for a 7th grade English exam. The test item should focus on writing skills. So first, provide one descriptive text and create several short essay questions based on the text. For example, read the text and answer question from question number 1 up to 3. Then provide one procedure text and create several short essay questions based on the text as well. Ensure that each question corresponds to the text provided and that all items cover different cognitive process levels, including lots, mods, and also HOTS. Based on this prompt, ChatGPT produced me. So for the descriptive text, the ChatGPT gave me title my school library. And then for the procedure text, the ChatGPT gave me how to make fresh lemon honey drink. So let's start with the descriptive text about my school library. So even though the AI, generative AI, very helpful for me to help me generate the test items, I have to select and revise the test item that AI give to me. So for example, I revised in question number 2, and the original AI question says that why do you think many students choose to spend their break time in the library? And then I changed the question into, based on the text, why do many students choose to spend their break time in the library? So the reason why I changed this question, it because the original question invite student personal opinion, and I revised that question becomes text based, and the meaning that student must answer the question based on the text. And then for the third question is, the original AI question says that if you were allowed to add new facility to the library, what would it be and why? And for the my revised questions is, if you had a chance to add new facility to the library, which facility would you choose and why? So explain your answer in a three question. So why I revised this question? It because I added new clear interaction about the expected length the answer, which is to make the answer into 3 sentences. This helped guide the student to avoid extremely short answer. And then the last one is, how is the left side of the library different from the right side? And then I revised into, what are the differences between the left and right sides of the library? So why I revised this item? It because just like issues the family text questions, using the word how can create ambiguous, and the student might interrupt it into asking about like how does the site function or how students use each site. But so I will change into what are different question become more straightforward, because the student immediately know they need to list or describe the specific difference between the left side or the right side. And then after that in ATP, and then bentuk soal dan indikator soal dari writing text items. So for the number 1 is mendeskripsikan informasi rinci dari teks deskriptif tentang perpustakaan sekolah, dan bentuk soalnya adalah dalam bentuk teks deskriptif tentang my school library. And then for the indikator soal disajikan dalam bentuk tes deskriptif tentang perpustakaan sekolah. Peserta didik dapat mendeskripsikan 3 hal yang ada di dalam perpustakaan berdasarkan teks. And for the level cognitive, each L2, which is understanding, and the answer is using short essay. And then for the question number 2 is menjelaskan alasan berdasarkan informasi yang ada dalam tes deskriptif, dan bentuk soal dan bentuk teksnya adalah tes deskriptif. Dan untuk indikator soal disajikan dalam bentuk tes deskriptif tentang perpustakaan sekolah, dan peserta didik dapat menjelaskan alasan mengapa siswa menghabiskan waktu istirahat di perpustakaan berdasarkan isi dalam teks. Dan untuk level kognitifnya adalah L3, which is applying. And then for the third question, which is mengembangkan ide dengan alasan yang logis terkait adanya tambahan fasilitas baru di perpustakaan. Dan indikator soalnya disajikan dalam bentuk tes deskriptif tentang perpustakaan sekolah. Peserta didik dapat memberikan usulan tentang adanya fasilitas baru dan menyertakan alasan yang logis sesuai dengan konteks tersebut. And then for the level cognitive is L4, which is analyzing. And then for the last question in menganalisis perbedaan dari 2 bagian dalam perpustakaan. And for the indikator soal disajikan dalam bentuk tes deskriptif tentang perpustakaan sekolah. Peserta didik dapat menjelaskan perbedaan sisi kiri dan sisi kanan dari dalam perpustakaan. And for the indikator soal, which is using L4, which is analyzing. And then for the procedure text, the ChatGPT gave me procedure text about how to make fresh lemon honey drink. And for the question, I have changed just one question, which is in the last sentence, last questions, that the ChatGPT say is write your own search procedure for healthy drink you like using the same steps and the style as the text. But I revise into using the same steps and style as the text. Write your own search procedure text for making a drink you like. So why I changed this question? So the first one is to make the instruction more clear. The revision version tells students exactly why they need to follow the steps and style from the model text. And the second is to avoid confusions, because the word healthy might make students to answer what they drink to choose. So I removing the word healthy is so the text it make easier to understand for the student. So for the ATP and then the indicator soal for the procedure text. So the first question is to identifikasi informasi spesifik which is bahan dalam teks prosedur. Dan untuk indikator soalnya disajikan dalam sebuah teks prosedur tentang pembuatan minuman. Peserta didik dapat menyebutkan bahan-bahan yang diperlukan untuk membuat minuman tersebut secara lengkap. And for the level cognitive is L1, which is remembering. And then is question number 2 is menjelaskan langkah dan alasan yang ada dalam teks prosedur. For the indicator soal disajikan dalam teks prosedur tentang pembuatan minuman. Peserta didik dapat menjelaskan langkah pertama dan alasan mengapa langkah tersebut penting. And for the level cognitive is L3, which is applying. And then for the third question, which is memberikan alasan berdasarkan informasi dalam teks prosedur. And for the indikator soal disajikan dalam sebuah teks prosedur tentang pembuatan minuman. Peserta didik dapat menjelaskan alasan mengapa minuman tersebut harus diminum secara segera setelah minuman tersebut dibuat. And for the level cognitive is L4, which is analyzing. And for the last questions, which is to produce the text procedure sederhana dengan which in well structures and using the proper language, seperti dengan contoh. For the indikator soal disajikan dengan sebuah teks prosedur sebagai contoh. Peserta didik dapat menulis teks prosedur secara singkat tentang minuman yang bisa mereka pilih dengan langkah-langkah lengkap dan menggunakan bahasa yang benar. And for the level cognitive is L5, which is creating. So the next is about pedoman penskoran. So for the scoring rubric for the multiple choices, if the answer is correct, it gives 4 points in each number, and if the answer is wrong, it gives 0 points in each number. And for the total score maximum is 20 points. And then the scoring rubric for the essay questions in the question 1, so it have 0 for if the answer are completely irrelevant, and then 1 up to 3 if the answer mentioning the grammar rules but it's unclear or there is very little information, and then it gives 4 up to 5 points if the answer mentioning the grandmother's rule in the answer but there is still missing part, and then for the 6 up to 8 points if the answer is complete and a clear answer which is mentioned the role of the grandmother who she helped when she helped and written with the correct grammar. And for the maximum score is 8 points. And then for the question number 2, which have 0 point if the no answer are completely irrelevant, and then have 1 up to 3 point if the answer is mentioning a sister name only without say her age or their hobby, and then have 4 up to 5 points if the answer mentioning names and age or names or age and name and age or names and hobby, so the sentence are incomplete. So for the point 6 up to 8, if the answer complete and clear answers mentioning names, age, and Anggun sister hobbies written in a correct grammar. So and then is for the scoring rubric for the section 2, which in my school library, the scoring rubric for the question number 8 up to 12. So for the number 8, it have 0 point if no answer or completely irrelevant, and then 1 up to 3 is when the question just describe one item, and then 4 up to 5 if the answer is described 3 item but have one incorrect item described, and then have 6 up to 8 point if the answer mentioned all 3 items correctly and write them in proper language and the grammar. And then for the question number 9, it have 0 point if no answer or incompletely irrelevant, and then have to 1 up to 3 if the answer are not related to the text, and then have 4 up to 5 is the answer have some of the reason are correct but there are still incomplete or not explained in the clear sentences, and then have 6 up to 8 point if the answer say the reason are complete, relate with the text, clear, and the grammar are correct. And then for the question number 10, it have 0 point if there are no answer or completely irrelevant, and then 1 up to 3 point if they're mentioning only the facilities or only the reason, and then 5 up to 6 5 up to 4 up to 5 if the answer is mentioning the facilities, the reason, but the reason are weak, unclear, or their sentences are incomplete, and then have 6 up to 8 if the answer is mentioning the facilities, the reason clearly and logically in 2 up to 3 sentences using clear language and the correct grammar. And then for the 12 questions, it have 0 point if no answer are completely irrelevant, and then have 1 up to 3 point if the answer only mention one side of or very few answer, and then have 4 up to 5 point if the answer mention both sides of one side but one is unclear or accurate or sentence are incomplete, and then for the point 6 up to 8 if the answer mention both sides clearly and accurately, and then answer are complete, relate with the text. For the section 3 about the procedure text about how to make fresh lemon drink, and for the scoring rubric is to question number 12 up to 14. So for the 12, the answer are completely irrelevant, and then have 1 up to 3 point if the answer only mention 1 up to ingredients, and then have 4 up to 5 if the answer only mentioning some ingredient clearly but still lacking, and then have 6.6 up to 8 if the answer mentioning all the ingredient clearly and completely. Dan untuk nomor 13, jika tidak ada jawaban maka dia akan mendapatkan 0 point, and then have 1 up to 3 point if the answer mentioning only the step or only the reason, and then have 4 up to 5 if the answer mentioning both but one is unclear and incomplete, and then have 6 up to 8 if the answer mentioning their step and the reason clearly and completely and then correctly. And for the number 40, it have 0 point if there's no answer or completely irrelevant, and then have 1 up to 3 answer up. It have 1 up to 3 point if the answer is accurate with the text, and then have 4 up to 5 if the answer are particularly correct but the answer is incomplete, and then have 6 up to 8 if the answer is correct, clear, consistent with the text and complete. And for the maximum score is 24. And then the scoring rubric for the last question, which is question number 50. So if there's no answer, it have 0 point, and then if the text is very complete, most steps are missing, language is unclear, it have 1 up to 3 points, and then if the text particularly complete, some steps are missing, language is weak or difficult to understand, it have 4 up to 5 points. And then for the 6 up to 8 point is which is text is complete and clear, which is the objective is state all steps are present and it well organized, and the language and grammar are correct. So for the maximum score is 8. So for the revise for the total score, so for the multiple choice, it have 4 numbers and scores per item is 4, and for the total scores is 20 points. And for the essay question, number of items is 10, and score per items is 8, and if the total is 80 points, and then for the whole total score is 100. And then for the score 80 up to 100, it have A category, which is excellent, and then 65 up to 79, it have B category, which is good, and then for the under 50 up to 64, it have C category, which is moderate, and then for the under 49, it has D category, which is bad. So I think that's all from me about my presentation, that telling you about my test items, and then my kisi-kisi soal, and then the Rubik score. Test item is for the 7th grade students, which is under in Kurikulum Merdeka. So, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.